Applications of additive manufacturing, functional model. What is a functional model? Functional models are those prototypes or components which are produced whose dimensions are almost equivalent to the final component, but the material will be of a lower grade or very close to the final product. Now, why it is done? It is done to test some of the functional aspects of the component. Now, in the figure you can see there are three items. One is a spoon, other one is a chess piece, other one is a toy. Now, the spoon, maybe the final requirement is to be made in stainless steel or to be made in ceramic or some other high quality material. Now, you want to test how exactly it will feel in the hands of the user. So, you are printing the component in some plastic and you are giving it to some people to ask them to give a review. So they will hold the spoon and they will feel how exactly it is feeling in their hand, whether the grip is sufficient, whether the quantity that is coming in the spoon is sufficient. They will test all these aspects of that particular spoon and they will give some ratings. If you want to make the same spoon in the original material, then you have to make the tools and the dies for it, and you have to make all the process that will take a lot of time. And if there are any changes to the shape, then correcting the die will be very difficult process. Whenever we say difficult, it will definitely be a costly process. But using additive manufacturing, you can make a model and you can very quickly create the component, give it to several users, get their feedback, again make the changes. You can repeat this process. Now the same is the case here with the chess pieces. So whenever you are playing the chess, you want to have a particular feel of the chess piece in your hand. So you are printing the 3D component or the additive manufactured component and you are giving it to the chess players, asking them to play with those pieces and their feedback. So they may feel happy holding that particular piece. If they are not satisfied, if there are any sharp edges are there, sharp points are there, they may say, see, so many issues are there, you have to correct. So the designer can correct them and again he can reproduce the or recreate the component. Again, he can do the repetition. Same is the case with the toys. You have created some additive manufactured toy. You can give it to kids, get their feedback. You can make the iterations very quickly so that you can go to the final production in the least possible time. So basically a functional model is made up of material which is very close to the strength of the material so that you can go to the final product. The next application is additive manufactured parts can be used as patterns for investment casting. It can be used as pattern casting or in general sand casting process. So how additive manufactured components can be used in investment process, we have discussed while discussing about the post-processing activity. So I will not go in detail over there. So you can see this is a pattern. This is a core print. This is a pattern made. So the additive manufactured parts can be very easily used as patterns in the sand casting industry. So if you want to make one or two components, then additive manufactured patterns can be produced very quickly. Then you can make the component at low cost. You need not wait for the manufacture of the pattern, which takes at least 1 week or 2 weeks. But in additive manufacturing, you can make it in 1 day or a maximum of 2 days. So this is the investment. This is made up of wax and this is the corresponding metal component. So you can see the complexity you can make. So all the complexities are possible. If you are using the additive manufacturing, you can repeat many number of times. You can get many components also. So several options are available. So even vacuum casting also can be done by additive manufactured parts can be used as dies for the vacuum casting process also. Apart from that, you can use it as a die for injection molding of plastic. So you can make 2 halves, you can close the 2 dies, then you can fill it with silicone or some other material, plastic material. You wait for some time, the plastic will harden and will solidify. You open the mold, take out the component. That is also possible. So in engineering analysis models, what we are doing is, we are doing some kind of testing. We are basically doing some kind of testing or analysis. So I have taken here 3 examples. The first one is visualization of flow patterns. The second one is photo. The third one is a wind tunnel testing. So now what is this visualization of flow patterns? For example, you are having a very complex cross section or a very complex component, and the flow is in a very zigzag manner or it is moving in a different paths, then there is a chance of getting bubbles or a chance of getting low pressure areas, and there is a chance of getting turbulence. Now this you can do in a software and see what exactly is happening. But if you want to see in reality what exactly is happening, then you don't have many options. So one of the options available is you are usually having a component made up of a metal or some or a high strength plastics, both of which will be opaque. You cannot see through. So what will happen is you have to put an X-ray and you have to apply the X-ray rays, and on the other side you will be having the recorder and you will be able to see what exactly is happening. But whenever you are having these X-rays and other things, it is not very safe to stay nearby. You have to be at some other location. If you want to make adjustments, that also is very difficult. So the other option is you try to create the component in exactly same dimensions, but of a material which is able to withstand the conditions, but it is also transparent. So whenever the material is transparent, we can see through it with the naked eye. So it will be very convenient. So by using additive manufacturing processes, it is possible to create transparent objects. So we can make very complex component made up of transparent material. We can attach it wherever we want. And in the same system as it is running, we can see what exactly is happening on the inside. So and we can compare whether the simulation and the actuals are matching or whether any difference is there. So which will help in improving the models, improving the simulation models or giving better boundary conditions so that the simulated results and the actual things are almost identical. So that is the visualizing the flow patterns. So you are having a plastic material and you are applying load on the component. So whenever you are applying the load, there will be some stressed areas. Whenever you are passing that light, there will be some patterns which are formed in the plastic material which you can see clearly. So based on these patterns, you can say which area is stressed, which area is not stressed. So this is the easiest way to actually visualize how exactly a component is stressed. Now this plastic material can be manufactured by using the additive manufacturing processes. So whatever testing you want to perform, you can create the component using the additive manufacturing process, and then you can straight away take it for testing. So you need not wait for any complex process to create the component. You can do it very easily. You can create as many models as you want. You can create as many models in different types you want. Based on your requirement, you can perform the photoelastic stress analysis and you can visualize how exactly the stresses are acting in the component. So one of the more common engineering analysis which are performed using additive manufactured parts is wind tunnel testing. So nowadays, even the consumer automobiles are being wind tunnel tested because it is going to improve the efficiency, that is the mileage of the vehicle. So you want to have several models because it is an iterative process. You are performing the wind tunnel testing. Now, the accuracy of the wind tunnel testing will be determined based on the accuracy of the model what you have created. If you are doing it by hand, it will take a lot of time. Two, it may not be very accurate. But by using additive manufacturing process, if you are creating the scaled down models, then you are going to get very good accuracy components, and whatever tests you are conducting in the wind tunnel, you can directly compare with the actual results and you can improve your design cycle. So it may be cars, it may be vehicles, or it may even be the entire cities. You can do the wind tunnel testing. So cities, how they do is a strong cyclone or strong winds are coming, how exactly the city is going to behave, or what are the high pressure zones inside the city, which will be the low pressure zones in the city. All these things can be tested. Question is, why do you want to know which are the high pressure zones in a particular city? So this may be required because if a high pressure is created or extremely low pressure is created, as the high speed wind is blowing over the city, whatever glass panes are there on the windows, they may simply shatter and it may cause injuries to the several people. So by doing this, you will know where the inspectors have to be more careful designing of the windows, whether they have to use very thick windows, whether they have to use very thin windows, what are the precautions they have to take. All these things can be analyzed and studied in a much better fashion. Now, this wind tunnel testing is also done for the aircrafts. So you can have several models of the aircraft and you can test the wind tunnel analysis. You can see what exactly is the flow pattern, whether turbulence is there, what is the forces that are present in various sections. So all these analysis can be done very fast. Now, what is that? Advantage is time for creating the model and also the accuracy with which you are able to create the model. That is one of the primary advantage, because in all these cases, whatever the CAD model you have created, using the same CAD model, you are trying to create the additive manufactured component. So the tolerances, all these things are considered. and you are going to get a very accurate model. So if you are performing the analysis, because the dimensions are very closely matching with the final component, whatever analysis you are getting from this can be comparable very easily to the final conditions. Next one is the artistic industry. So artist means lot of creativity. They are always trying to create more and more complex parts. Their designs will become more and more complex. So manually doing some of them may not be possible, but with additive manufacturing, the design freedom has gone to extreme levels. So you can create components of any complexity by using additive manufacture process. You can create metallic components. You can create plastic components. You can see here an entire city is manufactured by using the additive manufacturing process. These are the two jewelry items, and this is some simple artistic piece. Now, if you want to create it by conventional methods, it is going to take a lot of time. But by using additive manufacturing process, it will only take very little amount of time to produce these components. So the artist, he has got lot of freedom to create newer designs or more complex designs or very innovative designs. And he can make more money. The higher the complexity and higher the innovation, more is the money he is going to get, and he will make lot of profits. That is how it is going to help in the artistic industry.